It is day one of a high-profile trial for Oregon romance novelist Nancy Crampton-Brophy. She's accused of killing her husband, Daniel Brophy, in June of 2018, just before students of the Oregon Culinary Institute walked in for class.
Fox 12's Connor McCarthy sat in on the trial and joins us live at the Multnomah County Courthouse with a wrap-up of the key takeaways from day one. Connor?
Well, Pete and Bonnie, jurors today heard two different stories about 71-year-old Nancy Brophy. The prosecutors painted her as a murderer who was planning on killing her husband 6 months before she actually did. Now, the defense says, on the other hand, their marriage was perfect and there were no signs of trouble. But today was just laying the foundation for a trial that seems to be out of a novel.
Nearly 4 years after Daniel Brophy was found dead inside a kitchen at the Oregon Culinary Institute, the accused killer sat in a Multnomah County courtroom facing her peers that will determine her fate. 71-year-old Nancy Brophy, Daniel's wife, sat emotionless in court as the prosecution and the defense laid out their case. Prosecutors claim Nancy shot and killed her husband on June 2, 2018, as a way to collect his life insurance money. State lawyers claim the couple started having financial troubles in 2016, with Brophy's pulling $35,000 out of their 401k. $15,000 went to guns. Nancy researched ghost guns in 2017 and the first part of 2018. Now, according to prosecutors, she purchased a ghost gun that she never used, and then a Glock 17 later that year. It was on that day in June when Nancy used her gun on her husband, according to prosecutors. They showed surveillance video from the campus that morning. Nancy's minivan can be seen driving around, and then she disappears for 18 minutes. 4 days later, prosecutors played a recording of Nancy asking the detectives to be exonerated.
My insurance company said, well, just have the detective write a letter that you're no longer a suspect. And I said, man, I just don't know that he's there. And I'm not sure that he looks at it that way. But if you do, I'd get you to write the letter.
We never do something like that. That's never been done. I've never heard of that being done.
The defense denies all what the prosecutors presented. Their alternative narrative was that Nancy was at a Starbucks in Washington County when Dan was shot. They say her fascination with guns stemmed from a period where mass shootings were grabbing headlines. Her lawyers say the idea Nancy wanted to kill her husband for money was false because the couple was fiscally stable. The defense painted a picture of a perfect couple who were madly in love.
Nancy Brophy knew that she was very, very blessed to have the marriage that she did, and so she nurtured it. For years at writer conferences, Nancy Brophy talked to Dan every night.
But what grabbed the jury's attention Monday was a 911 call from the prosecution's first witness, a bakery student who made that call about finding Dan dead in the culinary school.
Okay, he's bleeding out of his chest. Bleeding out of his chest? Okay.
Yeah.
Does he
just started bleeding.
Okay, is someone still doing CPR?
Yes. No, to keep going.
Well, Pete and Bonnie, right before the trial started, the judge actually dismissed a piece of evidence the prosecution tried to enter into trial, which was that 2011 essay entitled How to Murder Your Husband. Now, that is the piece of evidence that also grabbed national headlines to this case. And also the defense says that Nancy Brophy will testify when the defense brings her up. And also court is done for the day, but will resume tomorrow at 8:45 a.m. And we'll have the latest updates on air and also on KPTV.com. Live in downtown Portland, Connor McCarthy, Fox 12 Oregon.